Hello, my name is Aditya Raj Bangar and I am student of Brisang Academy, batch 21. Today I will share an amazing story about Tenali Raman, titled Raman the Horse Trainer. Tenali Raman, known for his quick wit and intelligence, once found himself facing an unusual challenge. Krishna Devaraya had purchased a set of fine horses from Arabia, which were known for their beauty and strength. However, the horses were wild and difficult to train. The king's best trainer tried but failed, and then remained unruly. Frustrated king called upon Tenali Raman. I have heard your cleverness, said the king. If you can train these horses within 6 months, I will reward you handsomely, but if you fail, you will face a penalty. Without showing any fear, Raman accepted the challenge. Your Majesty, I will need 6 months train, he said horses. For the horses training, he said. The king agreed and handed over the care of the horses to Raman. One day, first on the first day, he visited royal steps, and wild horses globbered and kicked furiously. He observed them carefully but did not attempt to approach them. Instead, he called for the carpenter and instructed them to build a sturdy stable, high wall, and wide space for the horses to roam. Raman placed the plenty of foods and stable their horses several weeks. There were visited stable gently talk and for the distance and make sure they were fed well and comfortable. He never tried to ride one of them control but simply allowed them to just to play pleasure his presence. Slowly over time, the horses grew used to Raman's voice and presence. They had no longer saw him as threat to beginning to calm down. After a few weeks, Raman started to walk closer to the horses, still speaking to them softly. Eventually, the horses allowed him to touch them, and soon he was able to place saddle on their backs. By the end of 6 months, Raman had not only trained the horses to be calm, but he taught them to follow commands. He presented the now tame horses to King Krishnadevaraya, who was astonished at the transformation. How did you manage to train these wild horses so well? The king asked. Raman smiled and replied, Your Majesty, it wasn't about force or power. I simply gave them time to trust me, and once they did to willing to learn. The king, impressed by Raman's patience and wisdom, rewarded him generously, and Tenali's reputation as a master of wit and strategy grew even more. Thank you for listening.